Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here on Cold Lasagna. And while I very rarely do this type of thing when it comes to my wrestling content here on VCL, I thought to myself, hey, screw it. Why the heck not? Let's try it out for a change. And that is previewing an upcoming WWE pay-per-view, or as the cool kids like to say, premium live event. So in this video, we're going to be previewing the upcoming WWE pay-per-view, or PLE, and that is Bash in Berlin. So this coming Saturday is Bash in Berlin overseas in Berlin, Germany. That's going to be taking place at very early ass o'clock at 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific time here in the West Coast. Or for those of you on the East Coast, it's going to be at 1 o'clock p.m. On the Eastern time zone or wherever you are across the world. But nonetheless, this is another international pay-per-view. This is what their third or fourth international show with Elimination Chamber, Backlash, and then Clash of the Castle. Yeah, so it's their fourth international show. Oh yeah, and then no, this is their fifth, counting the Saudi Arabia show King and Queen of the Ring. So yeah, almost half of their premium live events are have been international, including this one. So yeah, it's another one of those international shows that you can wake up to if you're here on the West, and then you can watch for about 2.5 hours to 3 hours, and then go on about your day. So that's a good thing about being here in the West. And I'll be honest with you, with this show, I'm honestly really not all that excited for it, because just considering the buildup for all 5 of these matches, yes, 5, because for some godforsaken reason, Triple Nose doesn't want to add one more match to the show. As of right now, there's only 5 matches. He doesn't want to have that sweet spot of, at least 6 matches. Like, what the hell's his problem? Like, this is like, why is it such a problem to have 6 or 7 matches on each show? Like, I get it, quality over quantity, but not at the cost of making the card smaller. You have to have, a sweet balance point if you're Triple H, but so damn persistent on making these cards so small. But I get it. He wants to make the show a little under 3 hours, but you can still do that by having another match. But I don't want to go ramble on that too long. But yeah, there should be at least one more match. But yeah, when it comes to the overall excitement level of the show, not really all that interested. The build up for these matches, or some of it lack thereof, it's not really there. It's like they're not really trying. And if they are trying, it's very lackluster. And I'll get into why exactly with all these matches. And maybe there's a sense in the feeling that maybe they're putting all their eggs in the basket with Bad Blood that's over a month away. Or maybe there's a sense in the feeling that, a certain sport is coming back up. The NFL season, it's right around the corner. But yeah, I don't know, man. With this show, you still want to put all your eggs in the basket. At least put some maximum effort into it. But I don't know. They just didn't want to. I don't know why. But anyway, let's talk about this match card. We have 5 matches on deck, and we'll start with the first one. That involves WWE Champion Cody Rhodes defending his title against Kevin Owens. Another one of those filler matchups for Cody. And I gotta be honest with you, I'm in agreement with a lot of these people nowadays. And I said it back in June with Cody's title run. And that's involving the fact that, it's starting to get it's starting to get overshadowed. I said it back then by all these red hot storylines that were going on at the time, like with the Liv and Dom stuff, the Chad Gable and Otis thing, and to this point, it's still getting overshadowed by the Judgment Day storyline, and now the Bloodline storyline with Roman's back. So yeah, it's gotten to a point where, okay, this is bad for Cody. And also glossing over the fact is that he doesn't have the major problem with Cody's run is that he doesn't have any legitimate title contenders, and Kevin Owens is just another fill-in. He's just another fill-in, and the build-up hasn't exactly been that great. And especially considering that when the basis of it is that Kevin Owens doesn't really deserve a title shot. And he even said this himself. So, and they're also building on the fact that Kevin Owens is slowly and eventually going to turn on Cody. when Cody should be smart enough already to know this coming. Yet, he's still playing the dumbass babyface. So, I don't know what really is going to happen here. I mean, we expect Cody to win, but is Kevin Owens going to turn? I don't know. We'll see. So, I have Cody Rhodes obviously retain the WWE title, but whether Kevin Owens actually turns heel or not, we'll see. My interest level in this is pretty low, if you ask me. So then we have the women's tag team champions, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, defending their titles against Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. So in case you've forgotten, because most people have certainly forgotten that Alba Fire and Isla Dawn were the women's tag team champions. So they won the titles back in their home country in June at that pay-per-view, Clash at the Castle, because, you know, is a little bit of a reward for, you know, I don't want to be too personal because, you know, I think it was Alba Fire's mom passed away, and then they were in their home country, so they won the titles from Bianca and Jade, even though they didn't technically pin Bianca and Jade. So that being said, the former champions got the rematch, but then Blair Davenport, whoever that is, they attacked Bianca and Jade, and they formed an unholy trinity, that being Blair, Alba, and Nyla. So, yeah, this pretty much set up this match weeks later by General Manager Nick Aldis, and here we are. I mean, at this point, I just want Bianca and Jade to get those tag team titles back, and then, yeah, go on their merry way, because honestly, like, those women's tag team titles, ever since Alba Fire got them, and Isla Dawn got them, it's like, nobody's cared. Like, they get absolutely zero crowd reaction over here in America. Like, I'm sorry. It's the truth. Like, nobody gives a fuck. And Triple Nose doesn't care to invest his time and money in it. And it's like, even if he does, it's like, nobody still cares. I'm sorry. It's like, he's putting all his eggs into Bianca and Jade. It's like, either them or Damage Control. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It's harsh, but it's like, I'm sorry, it is. So I expect Bianca and Jade to get those titles back unless Trouble Nose does something stupid to have Alba and Isla retain it. So then we have Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk in their second match of their really hot rivalry. And this time, it's to be contested in a strap match. So in case you forgot, Drew McIntyre won the first meeting at SummerSlam a couple weeks ago, with Seth Rollins as a special guest referee. Seth played a role in costing CM Punk the match, but in actuality, CM Punk screwed CM Punk because he gets too focused on his little bracelet that he's been obsessing over getting back from Drew. So McIntyre, you know, continued to obsess over CM Punk. You know, continued to have his little bragging rights over, but CM Punk basically wanted to get that bracelet back. Actually, well, I don't know. Maybe he did want to get the bracelet back, but then again, he said he didn't really care about the bracelet because he got multiple bracelets from Fanatics Fest or whatever. So anyway, I think it was like a week after SummerSlam, Punk whipped McIntyre with his own leather belt, with Drew's leather belt, and then yeah, that led to Punk getting approval from Adam Pearce of having a match at Bash in Berlin for this Four Corners strap match. So I'm still into this Punk and Drew feud. I just think the thing is, there comes a point where they have to be careful not to like get too repetitive in what they say, because there are points where, okay, they are kind of getting repetitive in what they say and what they do. So hopefully after Berlin, they change up the formula a bit. I do think Punk will win this one, but at some point, like once they get to that trilogy match at Bad Blood, which I expect to be Hell in a Cell, they change things up. So hopefully they do. And I do hope at some point they do get AJ Lee involved as well. So then we get to one of the other two matches that I'm really excited for, and also don't really know what could really happen. And that is the mixed tag team matchup between the Terror Twins, Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest, going up against the so-called hottest couple in WWE, Liv Morgan, the Women's World Champion, and Dominic Mysterio. That's what at least they called them, but or they called themselves the most dominant couple in all of WWE. But Triple H and Stephanie McMahon would like to have a word with Liv Dom, okay? But anyway, mostly everyone remembers how SummerSlam went down for the Terror Twins on that day. You know, Dominic betrayed Rhea Ripley by costing her the Women's World Championship match. And then in front of everyone in Skid Marks land, he kissed Liv Morgan. And then later on in the night, Damian lost his World Heavyweight Championship against Finn Balor. Not against Finn Balor, against the Ring General, Gunther, thanks to Finn Balor. And then that led to the ousting the next Monday on Raw by Finn Balor, who took over the Judgment Day. And Liv Morgan lived up to her promise of taking everything away from Rhea Ripley. She took her man, she took her title, and now she took the Judgment Day. So, mission accomplished for Liv Morgan. The problem was, after that, Liv and Dom were basically booked like shit by Triple Nose, because it's basically 3 of the 4 weeks leading up to what ended up being a mixed tag team match. The whole new Judgment Day were booked like garbage, basically getting overpowered by the Super Terror Twins whenever they were confronted by them. So something major really needs to happen in this match. I don't know how it's going to go down. I do hope that either Liv and Dom win this match. I know they're not going to do it cleanly, but they have to win this match, or this goes to a no contest. Because you have to, neither team can afford this loss, but at the same time, you can't have Liv and Dom losing this match. So either way, you have to find a way to keep everyone looking strong in this one. But also, I also feel like they're doing a terrible job at making Rhea Damien these supposed baby faces, because they're certainly not looking like it. They're looking like these arrogant, hypocritical heels, you know, as Chris Jericho liked to say back in 2008, these hypocritical, these lying, stupid, hypocrites. What are those terms he was saying back then? So, yeah, they're coming off as hypocrites, you know, saying, oh, you think you're the bad guys? Oh, yeah, we're the bad guys, all right. So, pretty much all I could think of is that if you really want to break both of them, the new Judgment Day has to do something to really break them, especially Rhea Ripley. She's really coming off as a complete ass in this. Like, she's feeling no sympathy for what she's done. She doesn't really feel the effects of her heartbreak, especially towards Dominic. So it's like they have to do something. They have to do something. And I feel like it's going to happen. Something's going to happen to Damian, or maybe something even happens to Rhea. So I feel like something is going to go down major in this match to really push the boundaries going into Bad Blood in this story. And it better not be a Hell in a Cell match between Liv and Rhea, because I don't want to see the basis of that match being, oh, there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide for Liv Morgan. At least when you did the first Hell in a Cell match with Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, HBK fought back in that feud. He ran, but at least he fought back against the Undertaker. Noseman is booking Liv to always run. So you got to do something here. And I don't want to see Raquel in this feud until after Bad Blood. So yeah, they have to do something here to make people really keep their teeth sunk in. So I either expect Liv and Dom to take the victory, or a no contest where it really pushes the envelope. Rhea and Damian really broken down. So then we have our main event matchup for this show, and that is the World Heavyweight Champion, the King General, Gunther, taking on the Viper, Randy Orton. And honestly, it's a very straightforward matchup, but I mean, at least they're trying to make sense of it because of what happened at King and Queen of the Ring a couple months ago, where these two met in the finals, and Gunther won that, but with some controversy because Randy Orton's shoulders, when Gunther pinned him, they weren't fully up on the mat, but then the referee counted the 3, and then Triple H was saying like, oh, he saw the mistake, but then the decision was final. And then fast forward a couple months later, Gunther's the world heavyweight champion, and then Randy Orton is his first challenger. So, yeah, we got this match here. And honestly, you know, I really like the first matchup that they had at King and Queen of the Ring. I mean, I'm certainly going to like this one because I thought they were really hard hitting. Randy Orton was selling his ass off for Gunther. So I do expect this to be another hard hitting matchup. I just don't think the story is all there. Because, well, I mean, Gunther making things personal for a second straight feud is a choice. It's really a choice. But I mean, it is what it is. I do expect Gunther to retain it because it's his first title defense. Like, do we really think Randy Orton is gonna win it? I mean, yeah, I don't want him to lose again, but yeah, I just don't see him taking the title this soon. Like, especially against Gunther. So yeah, I expect Gunther to win this one in Berlin and continue on with this world heavyweight title run. So yeah, I mean, again, with these build-ups to this to all 5 of these matches, there's been barely anything of substance. Like, you know, Gunther just, you know, taking pot shots at Randy's personal life, and then you have Liv and Dom being booked mostly weak as all hell against the Terror Twins. And you're barely trying to make them strategic, but they're really not going into this matchup. And then you have Cody offering a title match to Kevin Owens, who was pretty blatant and not deserving it. And then you have Bianca and Jade, you know, getting the rematch just because. And then I guess the one thing that actually has some substance to it is Drew versus Punk in that strap match. So I guess you could say 2 of the 5 matchups have some substance. That's Drew and Punk, and then the Judgment Day mixed tag match. So yeah, I'm not really sure how it will actually go down, but my overall excitement is just like, yeah, it's not there at the moment, but we'll see come Saturday. I do think that that mixed tag matchup though, and the Drew Punk strap match, it's going to have some effects going into Bad Blood, though. So there's that. But overall, it's just another one of those throwaway shows. It's just another one of those throwaway shows going into the much bigger show, which is going to be Bad Blood in Atlanta. But let me know what you guys think about this pay-per-view coming up on Saturday. Bash in Berlin. Early start time. So that's good for me. And hopefully it's good for you, too. So you can go on about your merry day. But let me know your thoughts on all 5 of these matches. Who you got going for in this show, and hopefully Triple Nose makes some right booking decisions and keeps the excitement going, especially with football season coming right around the corner. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let's have a conversation about it. Anyway, this is DylanLasagna signing out, and keep that lasagna very cold in the fridge. It takes on the world of sports. And until the next one, peace out.